Hi gang, welcome to your 12-minute full body stretch. We're going to start by sending the arms backwards in big circles, inhaling on the way up, exhaling on the way down. We're going to change direction, come back the way, circling our arms forward, alternate the arms, one going forward, one going backwards, and swap the opposite way. And just to loosen out the back, what you're going to do is twist from side to side with your elbows raised at your sides, just warming up that spine. Moving on, you're going to roll your shoulders backwards and forwards. Hands on your hips, we're going to move on to warm up the neck, looking side to side. Taking our time, we never want to rush warming up our neck area. And we're going to drop our ear to our shoulder, doing the same on the other side. Getting a nice stretch into the side of that neck. Let your hand drop and just wiggle it out. Keep your arm loose. And we'll do the same on the other side. Loosen up that arm with a nice stretch into the side of the neck. We're going to move on to do big circles with the neck. Taking your time to pass through 360 degrees all the way around. Again, really enjoy stretching out the neck. We don't need to rush ourselves. We're going to move on to stretch our side body. Just widening my feet, bringing my arm over my head, elongating my arm. I'm activating my abs as I'm stretching to the side as well. And I'm going to switch to a horizontal, once more elongating my arm like I'm trying to reach something in front of me. Relax down to touch the ground, or you can rest your hands on your knees if you can't make it to the ground, that's no problem. Exhaling into the stretch and come around into the center. Send your hands behind your head, clasping both hands together. Let your hands fall towards the ground, so we're stretching into our shoulders here. Release the hands, and we're going to swap around and do everything on the other side. So stretching into that hamstring, coming up into the horizontal stretch, arm over the head, and bringing it back into the center. Starting from the top, we're going to do that one more time the opposite way. So arm over the head, stretching into that side body, switching around into the horizontal, dropping down to the floor to stretch that hamstring, coming back into the center, repeating that shoulder stretch. Again, you don't want to force it, always respect your limits. The idea is we're always lengthening, elongating the body. Coming back into the center, we're going to reach down to horizontal and then let your hands drop towards the floor. Once again, no worries if you can't reach the floor. Just rest your hand on your knees. For those of us a little more advanced, you can reach your hands through your legs, or grab onto your legs to get a deeper stretch, pushing your head through that space in your legs. Come back up into the center, palms together. We're going to drop into a Malasana stretch. And rock your knees side to side, keeping your hips open by pushing your elbows outwards. Drop our knee down on one side just to further stretch those hips. So we want to have each leg in a 90-degree angle here. Opening our legs wide into a straddle sit, or a V-sit, and once more with one arm over the head and the other crossing over our body, we're going to stretch lateral down. Toes are pointed the whole time, walking with our hands through the center to arrive to the other side, stretching our inner thighs, our hamstrings, coming back into the center, reaching one more to the sky. We're going to repeat that on the opposite side. So arm over the head, stretching our side body, switching around so we're face down, head on our knee, walking with the hands, really trying to get our chest as low to the ground as possible. Bring both our arms out wide, grabbing onto our feet and exhaling, pressing our chest down towards the ground. Bring your legs together, hands on your shoulders. We're going to push up into a cobra stretch. Exhaling on the way up, For a further stretch in the hips, we're just going to look gently over each shoulder. Good. Bring it back into the center, send your bum to the ceiling and shoulders to the floor. We're going to stretch into those shoulders a bit deeper. Sitting all the way back into a child's pose. We're going to roll up from child's pose, just around the back and arch the back. And we're going to finish off by just doing big circles, moving our whole upper body, releasing tension in the hips, the spine, the neck. Again, we don't want to rush this. Take your time. Coming back into the center, we're going to cross one leg in a diagonal over our other leg and slowly lower ourselves down to the ground to stretch out our glutes. Bring it back into the center one more time. We're going to repeat that on the opposite leg. So lowering ourselves to the ground in diagonal, relaxing our forehead. Coming back into this tabletop position, we're going to stretch out our wrists. Just leaning over our wrists, doing little semicircles, shoulders over the wrists. Change the position of the hands, so your fingers are facing in towards your knees, and scoot your knees a little bit closer. You want to sit your bum back onto your heels, just stretching your forearms. Again, repeat that stretch, but change position of your hands. Continue with just circling the wrists. Moving into a shoulder stretch, so bringing your arm across your body, same on the other side. We're going to move into some ankle circles. Drop that foot to your side. We're going to stretch into the glutes, so hug the knee close to your upper body, making sure that your back is straight. Let that leg rest beside your outstretched leg and just fold over to get a nice stretch into that glute. Repeat on the other side, starting with those ankle circles. One more time, stretching into the glute, making sure to look away from your knee to get a better stretch. Bring both feet together, toes pointed, and we're just going to pike stretch. Repeating it with flexed feet. Grab onto your toes for an extra stretch of your arches. Okay, coming up into a pike position, let your head relax, roll up through the spine. And you're going to take a step backwards now into a high lunge, pushing through your hips, opening that hip space. Bring your heel to your bum, keep your knees pressed together. We're going to stretch into those quads, grabbing it first with your hand and then your opposite hand. Swapping around to bring the knee to the chest, and then finally sitting into that glute stretch with a figure of 4. So we're working our balance here at the same time. Making sure that we sit our bum backwards in that figure of 4 stretch to really hit the glute. And we're just going to open and close our leg in a bent position. Just working into those hip flexors. Finishing off with some big hip circles. Making sure to push our weight forwards as we pass through that 360. Stretching out those hips. We're going to get back into a lunge position. This time a long, low lunge. You want to keep your hips open. Your knee should be on top of your ankle. Lift your knee up off the floor, your back knee up off the floor. Just get a better stretch into those hips. And then you want to sit your bum back without sitting your bum on top of your heel. Just sit it backwards so that we can stretch into that front hamstring. Keeping your face pressed against your leg. Chest comes back up and we're going to grab onto that back foot, stretching into our quad one more time. Don't worry if you can't grab the back foot, just raise the back leg towards your bum. That will be enough of a stretch. And we're just going to repeat that hamstring stretch with a flexed foot this time. Now we're going to open up into another hip stretch. So you want your opposite hand on the ground to your leg that is bent to allow you to open up into that hip space. Now we're just maneuvering around to really stretch into our groin, our inner thigh. And we're going to repeat that on the opposite leg. So starting off with the high lunge, hips facing forwards, dropping the knee to the floor, lifting the back knee off the floor one more time, sitting back into that hamstring stretch. The whole time I'm breathing in and breathing out. Raising my chest again, I'm going to reach for that back foot, stretching into that quad. Again, you really want to watch the alignment of your knee and your ankle here. You don't want your knee to go over your ankle with that front leg. One more time, hamstring stretch, foot and flex. So notice as we stretch, whether we have our toe pointed or our toe flexed, it can give us a different kind of stretch, reaching different muscles. Coming back around into a cobra stretch again, I'm going to push back into a high plank and just alternating my feet, bending my leg, getting a good stretch into those calf muscles, and at the same time pushing my shoulders towards my knees to really stretch into that shoulder space. Keeping both feet flat on the ground, pushing into the shoulders, and I'm just gently walking towards my hands. I'm going to bend my knees, relax my head and bring my hands closer to my feet to stand up into a pike stretch. Don't worry if your hands can't stay on the ground here. It's okay to support yourself on your knees. For advanced option, you can send your hands behind your feet and really press your face in towards your knees, getting a nice closed pike stretch. Now we want to roll up through the spine, letting the head arrive last. Roll the shoulders out. We're just going to shake out that body a little bit and towards the ground. Lift up onto the toes and relax down. One more time. Stretch all the way up. Elongate your body up onto your tippy toes, breathing in and exhaling as I drop down towards the ground. And then you're done.